Madam Efunroye Tinubu was born around 1805 in Abeokuta, now in present-day Ogun State, Nigeria. She rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most powerful and wealthy women in pre-colonial Nigeria. Her Yoruba heritage and strategic alliances would later pave the way for her success in trade and politics. In 1851, the British attacked Lagos. Cannons tore through the city. Kings fled. The system collapsed. But this story is not about the war. It's about the woman who made kings and almost stopped an empire. Before colonization, Lagos was not ruled by law. It was ruled by power. Trade was everything. Loyalty was currency. And the throne could be bought. And in this world, one name moved quietly but carried weight. Tinubu, not a queen, not a warrior, but more powerful than both. She didn't inherit power. She built it from people. Tinubu understood something dangerous. Wealth was not gold. Wealth was people. She built networks, traders, fighters, loyalists, people who depended on her, people who would fight for her. And soon, she controlled something kings feared: influence. In Lagos, kings didn't rule alone. They needed backing, money, force. She was a politically and economically influential figure in Lagos during the reigns of Obas, monarchs, Adele, Dosumu, Oluwole, and Akitoye, helping the latter two Obas gain political power. She married Oba Adele and used his connections to establish a successful trade network with European merchants in tallow, tobacco, salt, cotton, palm oil, coconut oil, and firearms. She allegedly owned over 360 personal slaves. Tinubu provided all three. She supported rulers like Oba Kosoko, then shifted when it suited her, later aligning with Oba Akitoye. Not loyalty, strategy. This was not just politics. This was business. Tinubu dealt in trade that shaped the Atlantic world, slavery, and with that wealth came weapons, and with weapons came control. Then everything changed. The British Empire arrived with a new agenda. Not just trade, Iphone. They claimed to be ending slavery, but they were also ending something else: the power of people like Tinubu. In 1851, it exploded into violence. The Bombardment of Lagos 1851. Cannons, fire, collapse. Kings fell. And Tinubu's world, big break. The British moved fast. They didn't just remove kings. They removed threats. And Tinubu was one of them. She was forced out of Lagos, exiled. But here's what they didn't understand. Following British victory in the reduction of Lagos, the British removed Oba Kosoko from his throne and replaced him with Akitoye, who was backed by Tinubu. The British had Akitoye sign the 1852 treaty between Great Britain and Lagos, which required Lagosians to abolish the Atlantic slave trade. However, Tinubu covertly persisted in operating the slave trade with Brazilian and European merchants, in violation of the treaty, and Akitoye willingly permitted this. British Consul Benjamin Campbell denounced Tinubu's economic hegemony over Lagos and her secret slave trading, and she came into conflict with the British and rival Lagos merchants. Tinubu's power was never Lagos, it was people, and people could move. In Abeokuta, she rebuilt everything: trade, insolence, power. Again, this time, the fight was different. Now the threat wasn't local rivals, it was empire. And Tinubu adapted once more, supporting resistance, shaping alliances, protecting influence. So what was she? A slave trader? Yes. A kingmaker? Absolutely. A defender of her people. Tinubu doesn't fit into simple categories, and that's what makes her dangerous. Because her story reveals something uncomfortable. Power is not always noble. It is built, traded, fought for, and sometimes taken long before modern Nigeria. One woman understood that better than anyone. If you think history is just about heroes and villains, you haven't been paying attention. Subscribe for more stories they didn't teach you.